So, guys, today we'll dive into the world of finance, exploring insights with our inspiring special guest of the day. So, if you are new on this channel, kindly hit on that subscribe button, and if you are watching us on other social media, kindly hit on follow button, like, comment, and share. As we dive into conversation with our special guest, once again, this is Easywealth Media Hub, where entertainment meets endless curiosity. Always ignite your imagination with us as we are here to what? Ignite that your imagination. Okay, so first of all, introduction. Olamide will sing there in the So in other news, not other news, on this platform, let's dive into the world of cryptocurrency. But before then, introduction. So, what's your name?
I'm Emmanuel, popularly addressed as Emmanuel.
Wow. Let's welcome our special guest of the day, Mr. Emmanuel.
All right. I'm from Abia State. Fortunately, I'm able to. I just came into uni learning due to some kind of connection and friendship, and it has been a wonderful stay here in uni learning and enjoying the beautiful food experience and connection so far.
Wow. So you're a student of University of Ilorin.
Yes.
What are you studying in University of Ilorin?
I'm studying applied geophysics from
Geophysics.
the Faculty of Physical Science.
Okay, what level?
I'm in 300 level.
Wow. That's great. So guys, I told you all our guest awards are always inspiring. Okay, let's talk about your work. What makes you shine?
I'm a financial market analyst. I analyze the market, understand structures, and where price tends to move next.
So, guys, are you thinking what I'm thinking? Our today guest is also a man that has carved out a niche in the world of crypto finance. Let me call it crypto markets. I wait for this. Do I have to remind you again? Kindly grab your popcorn and what? Get inspired. So, let's talk about your journey into finance. What sparked your interest in forex trading?
At first, what really happened was I was into market hodling. Like I was hodling cryptocurrency in the sense of I would invest when the market is low and hoping that once when it goes up, I'll get I'll get a good ROI on the long run. But as time goes on, I tend to discover that it was not really favorable. It was not giving me the kind of profit I need at that time, especially when you are a student. I know the demands and all that. So it was really hectic at that time. So I was looking for ways to navigate. Then at a point, I was observing the market, Bitcoin to be precise, observing Bitcoin, seeing how the green and the red line was just going up and down with no knowledge. I was just looking at it, trying to see if I can get maybe a brief understanding, but on the long run, I couldn't get anything. So something happened. A friend of mine asked me why I was looking at the market. Do you really understand this thing? You are just looking at it this way. So I was like, no, I don't understand it. But inside me, I was willing and wishing that okay, I know it, but unfortunately, I don't know it. But I just know that okay, I know that the price is at a discount level or an equilibrium level or a premium level, right? But I don't know where it was heading. I don't know where it was going.
So, was there any specific event or person that inspired you into forex trading, cryptocurrency market, and so on?
Yeah, something happened one time. When I got interested in trading, I met a friend of mine. I want to come into trading. I saw from a side analysis, I saw that this guy is into at least post one or two updates on WhatsApp and all that. So I had to reach out to him. I want to come into forex trading. So he explained the whole overview for me, and it was really catching. You know, when someone tells you can make $1,000 in a day,
Yeah.
you know that kind of energy you want to bring it in.
Of course.
So what I did was, instead of me coming into the market with a low understanding, I'm this kind of person that I like to take a risk. I'm energetic when it comes to risk taking. I'm very open for it. So what I did first was I had to give the person 100k. I had to invest in the person. Since you have this knowledge and you've told me that okay, this is how it works, then let me come through you. Then invest in you. then in due time I'll get my own percentage from it.
Yeah.
So I deposited the 100k into this person. Our agreement was a 45%, meaning that I'll be getting 45k for the next 5 months, which will be around a 125 ROI on the long run. So on the first month, after the whole process, where's my return? I started hearing some kind of unnecessary excuses and all that, which was very, 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 demotivating, right? But I think at that time I had to be a bit relaxed, right? I still went back to him. He explained the whole issues and all that. I was like, okay, let me give you a try again for the next month. So looking to the next month, following up his process and all that, I started receiving another set of excuses again. I think at this point it should be a means for me to already feel my whole intention and motive of even coming into forex market or whatever, right? But I think at that point was more like a gearing force that okay, since this person really don't wants to put me through in the way of in the sense of giving me that ROI for me to believe that the market is real. So I was now coming into the market with the perspective of is it really working or not?
Yes. Let me see
So
what they are doing there.
yeah, what are they really doing there? Is it really working or not? So the motivation was high, the expectation was low because the person I got close to thinking it was going to give me more encouragement to come into the market disappointed me, right? So it was a personal journey for me coming into the market, understanding it for myself, regardless of my experience.
So, as we all know, risk management is crucial in trading. And in respect to what inspired you, you talk about risks, you talk about a lot of risks. Risking about 200k on without any ROI.
Yeah,
That's return on investment.
yes.
So let's talk about how you approach the risk management in your own personal trade. Like, can you share us specific strategy that have worked for you?
Yes, in the beginning, I had to battle with risk management because at first I never had a mentor. So I was trying to push the market, push the knowledge for myself. So it was really, 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 really draining because if I had someone that was like talking to me, encouraging me, motivating me, mentoring me on how to go about my risk management, I bet it would have been way better than this. But at the beginning, I had to lose some certain amount for me to be able to build knowledge, for me to be able to build that consistency, coming into the market, losing. And I was going with an expectation that since this market could take from me, then that means there's high tendency for me to take back from the market. Right? So what I do now is when I come to the market, I deposit my my stop loss. How do I mean? If I want to trade to earn a $20, for example, I want to use to 1 to 5 weeks to reward ratio, and I want to earn a $20. What I do is I will deposit my $5 or my $4 that I'm willing to risk. So instead of me setting a stop loss, I will know that once I lose, I take out this $4, then I'm out of the market, right? So risking that particular amount gives me some kind of assurance within me that okay, I'm not depositing beyond this particular amount, so therefore I'm not losing beyond that amount. But I do tell people something that the equity in your trading balance, it is more important than the right trade you take today. The equity in your balance for tomorrow trade is quite important than the correct trade you take today. The present trade you are taking that is going very well for you, because tomorrow may be a loss, right? So when you are coming to the market with this mindset, you realize that you are not just taking the whole trade today, but having that understanding that you are coming back again tomorrow. So when you come, you analyze based on that particular amount you can risk at that time. Trading with the amount you can risk at that time, not with your. Many people come to trading with their school fees. They want to make fortune out of it. And it doesn't work that way. And that's why if you come to the internet today, you hear people talking about professional best Niger, categorizing trading as professional best Niger. Why? Because they've experienced some kind of loss in the market. They've experienced some kind of unexpected outcome in the market. So it gives them this kind of mindset, relating it to their possibilities in bet Niger and all that, right? Which is very wrong, a very wrong motive. Right?
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Emmanuel.
Thank you so much.
Let's talk about, or can you make us understand the difference between forex and crypto, like understanding forex versus crypto. Are you getting it?
Yeah,
Like, can you break down the key difference between the forex and cryptocurrency trading?
yeah, definitely. Forex has to do with currency pairs. Currency pairs in the sense of world currencies, just like the GBP is from the British, the US dollar is from the US, the euro now is from the European. So all these continents, they come together analyzing price currencies against another. It's just like the Nigerian currency now that is going 1415 against the US dollar, right? So this exchange, when analyzed properly and traded, it tends to bring a good reward on the long run. That's for forex trading. For cryptocurrency now, crypto is a decentralized currency. Unlike the currencies which is physical, the crypto now is kind of digital. That's
Yes.
the major difference, right? So when you are coming to cryptocurrency, you are coming to mindset that you are not getting any physical paper form money or something, but you have that portfolio of finance, but not in the sense of paper form or anywhere. That's just the major difference between the forex and the cryptocurrency. Crypto now has to do with digital trading, digital exchange, digital currency, and when the value increase, also based on digital.
Yes. Okay. Thank you, Mr. Emmanuel. Let's talk about the market research. The
Okay.
market research method. What strategy do you use to stay informed about market trends and news?
For news, we use the Forex Factory, and that Forex Factory gives us an overview of the market, of what that country is saying at a particular time. For example, the US may have a news like the NFP. The NFP took place last week Friday, and that NFP has to do with the general unemployment news generally for the whole of US. So the non-farm payroll, which we use to determine the employment or unemployment rate in the US between the previous month, it occurs on the first Friday of that new month, and we determine this update, this analysis that is being distributed through the Forex Factory. Also, I get my update from the Trading View. This Trading View, it composes of multiple traders in the market. They share ideas, they share their strategies, they share their analysis in the market, right? So observations of this analysis also helps me to analyze my own strategies and edges, and I come to the market with this perspective.
Hmm. Okay, thank you, Mr. Emmanuel, once again. Let's talk about your effective learning as a student. As a student, how do you balance studies and trading? How do you manage your time? What resources have you found most beneficial in your learning process? Should I break it?
No, 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 no. Okay. Learning has been very interesting for me, and even before I came into forex market, I learned content writing, and content writing gave me this kind of background understanding of how to implement words and use them correctly, making sentence and all that. So it was like more of a basic for me. Now, coming from content writing, coming to the forex market, I was able to analyze, understand concepts in the market, and quite alright for me. I started forex at a basic age before coming into university. So I've started getting some basic understanding of the market. So when I came into schooling, it wasn't a big deal for me since I've had ideas. So it was just my consistent observation, consistent learning that kept me active in the market. Majorly in school, I focused on leadership as well. So I was navigating both leadership, schooling, curricular activities, and community building. So all these things are part of the things that kept me active in learning, kept me active in growing, kept me active in becoming, not just in forex market. The trading is just part of me, one side of me. I'm into diverse understanding, diverse learning, diverse growth and all that. But majorly, one thing I appreciate more about myself is the leadership. Right? Leadership has played a very extensive role when it comes to my personal development. Right? And it has given me that edge even in the market when I come to the forex, to the trading market. It helps me to analyze, helps me to understand that okay, I shouldn't be too fast, too quick in making decisions in the market.
Okay, let's talk about leadership. What can you tell us about leadership?
Leadership is a role of service. People think it's a role of leading, but it's not really about leading, it's about serving. right? So it's when it comes to leadership, we are talking about building yourself through others, right? Building yourself through others, because now you are becoming responsible for many people. So you are not just thinking about yourself alone, you're thinking about people, you're thinking about how to carry every other person along. So it will give you a sense of responsibility for yourself to start with. Then it will give you a sense of responsibility for others.
Okay, qualities of a good leader.
First and foremost is patience. Why patience is because in this decentralized, in this world today now, we many people want to do what they want to do. And if you are not patient with human beings very well, you can't lead them. If you are not patient with them, you can't lead them. Then before we now start talking about discipline, consistency, advocacy, representing your followers. These are qualities of leadership.
Okay, thank you. Let's quickly jump or dive into the world of psychology, trading psychology. Okay, talking about trading psychology, how important do you think psychology is in trading?
um, Psychology is very, very important. When I learned trading, we have two kind of analysis. We have the technical analysis and fundamental analysis. But as I continue learning into the expert knowledge, I realized there's another kind of analysis called sentimental analysis, which has to do with understanding human behavior, understanding human perspective in the market. And this perspective comes from how they live their everyday life. I was saying something my last meetup, the European meetup in Illinois. I told them that your daily habits affect your trading habits. When the way you behave, the way you think, the way you wake up, your expectation, your decisions in life as a person affect your trading habits. And these decisions are made out of your mental reasoning, how you think, how you accept losses, how you accept profit as well, right? They give you an edge on understanding how you behave yourself in the outside world and bringing it into the market. So psychology is very, very important, and it is 80% psychology now, 20% analysis, 80% psychology, 20% fundamental analysis, technical analysis.
Thank you. Let's talk about advice because we do need advice. From our leader, what advice would you give to as a beginner?
Beginner in trading, one thing I will tell you is be obsessed with the market first and foremost. You can't do something you don't know. So you must fall in love with the market. You must be willing to deposit yourself every day coming to the market. Build learning, build knowledge, not profit. Don't be too fast to earn. Don't be too fast to earn. Be quick to learn and slow to learn.
Quick to learn
And
what?
slow to learn.
And slow to learn. Wow, 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 wow. That's the word. Okay, now let's talk about future trend. Where do you see future of currency and forex heading
The future of forex is, for me, it is looking visible than earlier than before. When I came to the market, I came to the market like a novice, like there's nobody in the market. I came into this space because if I had people that were into trading, I would have looked at one or two people I can bend on or meet up with. Like I shared my experience earlier. The guy I met, first of all, gave me a false hope about the market. So there was nobody I can even look at and say, okay, this is a community I can go with. Right? But in today's age, lots of people are now coming to the market. I will see a lot of my friends now. I went to Lagos at that time, met two good people that when I left, they were not into trade, they were not into anything related to trading. But now they are now trading the market, understanding the concept of trading. So for me, I say that it is more visible than earlier. It's more visible now than before, right? So many people now are coming to the market and they are understanding it well. I think that's positive outcome for us.
Okay, that's good. Thank you, thank you. Let's talk about the ethics in trading. But before then, guys, I want to talk about email marketing. Don't forget, we're still working on our wealth official sender for email marketing, where you can automate your market, where you can promote yourself, where you can promote your products, and so on and so forth. And guess what? We have a lot of features where our email sender uses multi SMTP, it rotates SMTP as well, multi letters, and also send bulk emails to your audience, your leads generator manager, and also SMS manager as well. We use it supports email to SMS, supports Twilio to SMS, supports Netmo to SMS, and so on and so forth. And guess what? The most inspiring part of it is that you can automate your WhatsApp email marketing directly from the Wealth official segment, in the sense of generating valid number for WhatsApp, validating them on this same software, and also automate your message. You can send your text, image with content, videos with content, and so on and so forth. And also we have our Wealth AI here, where you can generate your product image, any type of product image, with just a prompt. And lastly, we're working on a drag and drop Canva, where you can build your email letter yourself, just like Figma, and you don't need to pay any dime on it. It's free. You can also convert your email drag and drop letters to HTML codes, whereby you can copy it and paste it anywhere, send out anywhere for free. Why spend or waste money on Facebook market and Instagram market when Wealth Official Center is here to drive you right? We are here to serve. Okay, so back to our discussion. Let's talk about the ethics in trading. How do you incorporate ethical consideration into trading activities?
So when it comes to ethics in trading, this is the fundamental part of trading, because if you look at the market now, you realize that many people are just coming to the market just to sell courses, and selling courses is more of not really getting the knowledge to teach, right? They just try to analyze, gather so many information, and publish for people to buy, right? And if you don't come with those ethics, and one of them is honesty in the market system. Honesty is very important in daily transaction when it comes to normal business buying and selling. If you sell and what you are selling to someone is not worth the price, you know how detrimental it will affect your business on the long run. The same thing also applies in trading. If you are not honest about exchange, especially maybe things like brokers and all those, if they are not honest, they don't bring good calculative um percentage when dealing on their own profit in the market, it will affect traders coming to use those brokers as well. If you as a person, you are coming to the market, you are not honest, you are not giving a good information regarding the market at a particular time, or to someone that is a newbie or a novice, then you are not really helping the person on the long run, right? So honesty is very, very important. Same with integrity. Anything that has to do with people's funds, and you don't have that integrity, nobody will believe to even deposit in you or
Exactly.
invest in you,
Yes.
right? So integrity is even the core value when you are trading the market system. Core value, you must build integrity, you must develop knowledge of the market. You can't teach what you don't know, you can't even talk about what you don't know.
Alright, yeah.
So you must
That's
have
good.
extensive knowledge. That's when you are speaking about something, people will definitely know that, okay, this guy really knows what he's saying about when it comes to the market.
Okay, let's talk about your personal goals. What are your long-term goals in financial markets? How do you plan to achieve them while continuing your education?
One of my major goals is building a tool that will help analyze the market faster, with a higher assurance rate. Now, there's no tendency that you won't lose in the market. It's just like every other business, you must lose. And if you're not even losing a business, if you're not losing in a business, you're not making profit. So, but the tendency for you to reduce loss in the market is the beauty of the business, right? So I want to establish a tool that I believe will be able to analyze the market with a high probability of a win rate. That's one. Also, I'm building that facet of becoming one of the top traders, not just in Nigeria, but in Africa as a whole, right? And all this will be determined by my financial outcome. So I'm building a strong portfolio. I still invest in Bitcoin, cryptocurrencies, BNB, Nvidia. My bro was showing me Nvidia some days ago before it pumped up, and I was like, okay, I'm coming to this Nvidia. When it pumped up, it now came back to me again, and it shows me that I remember when I was telling you about Nvidia, I was like, oh wow, so now it's now pump, it has gone up. How I now is now big. And if I want to come in now, it's kind of late, but still early.
Yeah, that's it.
Right, so I'm building portfolios that are keeping me grounded in the market still. And in the next 10 years, definitely you still see me in the space.
Hmm. Okay, let's talk about technology. How can technology transform or annex forex trading to next level? In the sense
Um,
of maybe softwares, bots, or so on.
um, Technology now is playing a major impact in forex trading. A friend of mine also was advertising an app where you get to you don't just trade but also meet other individuals that are professionals in the trading system. They analyze and give you signals to trade on. This is not in any way advertising or promoting the use of signals. I hate it personally. But when you come to a space where you are meeting professionals analyzing the market, you too are not a basic trader now. So you're also bringing your own ideas into the market. So when you join this analysis of traders and more like a community and bring your own edges, your own analysis, your own strategies into the market system, then it's definitely going to improve your rate. Also, there's an AI now, more like a bot they use in the market, whereby you don't really need to place more trades in the market. What you just have to do is once you observe the market, the bot will help you determine whether you want to buy or sell at that particular time. And if your analysis is not aligning with what the bot wants to trade for you, then trades will not be picked. So, and these are modern technologies. They are improvising, building
Exactly.
from time to time, making sure that you have a smooth experience in the market system. And like the one I want to propose very soon, I believe it's going to create a very strong edge in the market system in the long run as well.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Emmanuel. Thank you. We're happy to have you here on live podcast. If you have anything to tell us, maybe any addition or subtraction or more advice to all our viewers, please, it's time. You can share your thoughts.
Okay. Um, One thing I would say is the world now is growing at a larger space and very fast. And one of the things we believe in this modern age is technology and Web3. And Web3 now is the modern age for advancing not just personal social life, but also financial life. I was studying Web1, Web2, Web3, and I saw that okay, Web1 is just the basic email message and SMS, right? Web2 now is where we have the Facebook, social
Yes.
media, and all that. But now Web3 now bring finance to it. Meaning it's a stepping stone for the newer generation. So we're having this positive belief now that the ecosystem is transcending for us, for this newer generation, especially in our financial space. And this is the right time to make the best of it. Engage yourself in anything that is attracted to Web3, finance, and a market generally. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Emmanuel, and thank you. Please, if you're watching for the first time, kindly hit on that subscribe button, like, comment, and share. Of course, and if you find this program interesting, kindly hit on that notification button. We have now come to the end of today's live podcast with our special, talented, incredible, and a man that has carved out a niche in the world of finance, in quotes, forex, crypto market. Okay, thank you, Mr. Emmanuel. Thanks
Thank you
for
so much,
watching.
sir.
Have a nice day. See you next week on this same channel.